Hey everybody, happy Halloween. I just wanted to get on here, make a video because there was an announcement today that every home game will be played at Bobby Dodd Stadium in 2026 season. They were, tossing around the idea, our new AD Ryan Alpert, of playing a game at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, namely the Tennessee game, but I think the Colorado game was in the mix too. And he put out a poll for the fans to answer and said, do you think that the game should be played at the Bobby Dodd Stadium or at the Benz? Because obviously playing it at the Benz will make the school a ton more money. And obviously, any fan is going to want to play the games at Bobby Dodd. Like, duh. That's including me. Like, if I'd rather play, for me, in a perfect world, I would play every game at Bobby Dodd Stadium or every home game there, and not freaking go to the Mercedes-Benz. It sucks. I don't want to go to the Benz. I don't go to the Benz when we play there. But obviously, the game day at Bobby Dodd's amazing. We have an awesome historical stadium, and it's an amazing environment. That's what college football is all about, not playing at crappy freaking neutral site NFL venues. It's nobody wants to do that, including myself, right? Here's the thing though, we need the money. We need the money. Like, we have been struggling for so long. We're running the triple option for the past 10 years. We put ourselves so far behind as a football program doing that. And Brent Key is achieving unprecedented success, right, with with this team. But that's because we've had, a huge investment into the athletics program. We have the highest, athletics budget that we ever had. So he's able to do certain things, pay players and whatnot, and everything, and his staff to get a high-paid staff and keep everybody together and keep everybody on board, and that's what wins us games. So the thing is though, a few years ago we were one of the most indebted programs in the country. We're still paying on debt from stadium renovation in the 90s. We were one of the most indebted athletics programs in the country. That's not a freaking spot you want to be, right? So we're starting behind the 8 ball. Been running the triple option for years. We finally decide to, participate in modern college football as far as our offense and our head coach. And we need to, fact is, we need to participate in college football financially too. And look, that requires making these tough decisions. That's why I praise Jay Batt so highly. He came in, he's not emotionally attached to freaking school, okay? He's not worried about what fans think, because the fans are just going to say, yeah, play all the games at Bobby Dodd, duh. Why would we freaking want to play at the Mercedes-Benz? Look, I don't either. But he had to make those tough decisions because that's what's going to get Georgia Tech out of the bad situation. We don't have a luxury, okay, of turning our nose up at extra opportunities to make money when we're so far behind all these other college football programs. I know it doesn't seem like it because we're having success lately. That's just because Brent Key and Haynes King are him, right? Those guys are the shit. So they're able to overcome that. But look, we have achieved a ton of success, okay, this past year. And here's the thing. We're paying Brent Key around a little over $3 million right now. He took a pay cut, okay, to be able to pay his staff what they want to be able to retain them. Buster Faulkner, one of the highest paid coordinators in the country. Brent Key, below average. He's like one of, if not the lowest paid coach in the ACC. And he took that, okay, to start the job because he wanted the job. He was interim. He was trying to get the job, trying to make himself desirable, wanted to give himself a shot and prove that he can bring our program to success. Well, he has, and we need to pay him for it. We need to pay him for it. There's already rumors. I've been seeing rumors on Twitter today about him taking a job at Penn State or taking an interview at Penn State, which I'm not sure if I believe. That sounds kind of crazy, given everything, his personality, that he would take time away from the football team to go do a distraction like that. But the thing is, he might, rumors might have been circling in order to get Georgia Tech to pony up some freaking money to pay him, because guess what? He might not have been worth it when he was an interim. He's worth it now. He's worth the money now. He's worth paying him $8 million. He's a highly sought-after coach. There's a ton of doo-doo programs that need to be brought out of the dumpster like we were. And Brent Key has been proven to do that. So there's going to be tons of places that want to freaking hire Brent Key. And we got to pay to retain him. And look, we also got to pay to retain our players too, okay? And this is the way I look at it. I know that it's not black and white. It's not one-to-one but this is just for example. Would you rather retain Isaiah Canyon or play in the Bobby Dodd Stadium, the Tennessee game in the Bobby Dodd Stadium next year? The choice is easy for me because I want to do what wins us games, right? I want to do that what's going to make us money, where we're going to be able to pay our staff to retain them and pay our players to retain them. Buster Faulkner, in all likelihood, is going to leave. And guess who came, with Buster Faulkner to Georgia Tech? Not with him, but was recruited to Georgia Tech by Buster Faulkner, Aaron Philo. He is, very highly involved and loves Buster Faulkner and was a huge reason that he came to Georgia Tech. If we want to retain him, if we don't want Aaron Philo to leave, which is our quarterback, by the way, next year, after Haynes King leaves, he's the guy. If we want to retain him, guess what? We need to pay him. We need to make him highly paid. That's the way I see it. So sacrifices have to be made. And look, you can argue, I can see the argument. We get a better home field advantage. You want to win games, right? See, dog? I can see you typing. I see you. You want to win games, right? Well, wouldn't we have a better home field advantage at Bobby Dodd because we're selling out the stadiums now? Yes. So, why not? There were 2 games in the running for the Benz, right? Tennessee and Colorado. Why not just have the Colorado game there at the Benz? Because they're freaking dumpster fire. They, it'll do huge numbers on TV. We'll get paid. And we'll beat Colorado whether we play them here, there, or on the moon. Or on a freaking neutral site. It doesn't matter. Tennessee, maybe we do want the home field advantage for that. So I could totally see that. I think if I had it my way, I'd play the Colorado game at the Benz next year. They're a freaking travesty. Coach Prime is committing football terrorism over there. So I think we can easily beat them, no matter where we play. So there's that. Also, I had somebody say, well, on Twitter, I made a post, and somebody said, well, the revenue generated from season ticket will kind of offset the cost of playing at the game. But I mean, it's still you're still going to make more off of this one game than off of the season tickets you'll sell, from, having all 7 games at Bobby Dodd. Now, that's the way I see it. I think we should have all our games, in a perfect world at Bobby Dodd, but sacrifices got to be made. It's the same situation with the Hyundai Field, renaming it from Historic Grant Field. Nobody wants to rename it from Historic Grant Field to freaking Hyundai. Nobody wants that. But it made us a ton of money, and it's not permanent. And in my opinion, giving up this year's Georgia game, if we can give up this year's Georgia game, we can give up any game at home game. This one hurts, being in the Mercedes-Benz. I would almost take this one being a home game. But it's a special situation with Georgia. We hadn't beat them at home this century. And, we have a really good team this year, but obviously we couldn't have foreseen that. Well, I might have, could have. But, at the time when we made the deal to sell the game to the Benz, we didn't know we'd be, undefeated going into that game. Not that we're undefeated yet, but you get the point I'm saying. So anyway, I think it's a tough decision that's got to be made. Ryan Alpert, he scored big with the fans here, but I got to say, I just got to say it. This decision is not appealing to me. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. Please leave your comment in the section below. I'm not a real fan. Do you disagree with me? Am I dumb? Tell me what you think. Did I get to you? Did I reach you? I don't know. Anyway, go Jackets. I'll see y'all next time.